What's up, everyone? DefyNewYork.com here, the brand new video. Today we're looking at the 2019 retro of the Nike Air Jordan 4 in black and red. I'm a little late with this. I'm a lot late with a lot of other shoe releases that I need to get to, but better late than never. So 2019, the last time we received Nike Air on the back, you know by now, 1999. I was a senior in high school, and myself, along with several other friends, we skipped the first half of school to go into Modell's because my friends had worked at Modell's at that time, and we went to, not all the Modell's in the area got them or received them, and it was a weird distribution because in my town is a Modell's, and they received the kids pairs, which we saw first. They showed up a couple weeks early, and that's how that's the first time I saw them. And then the men's pairs didn't come to my town, but they were released at a much larger Modell's. So the distribution, from what I understand at the time, was semi-limited. And so we got in there, we skipped school early in the morning, we got breakfast, we got in there before the store even opened, and we had first crack at the 1999 retro. And it was just so exciting because this is a shoe that I wanted as a kid. I was 8 years old when the first Jordan 4s dropped. I love those things so much. They released into 1990 or 89, 90, and it's just one of my all-time favorite shoes. Which brings me to, please, Jordan, bring back the OG military blue 4s with the Nike Air brand. Just once. Please. So, anyhow, 1999, got these. My friend had a 20% discount, so I got them on 20% discount for $80, brand new. Now, I was in high school, I had a part-time job, so it was one pair. I had the one pair. We actually wore them the same day into school. And even now, I try not to double or triple up on anything. I don't wear the shoes enough to double or triple. But if I do have a shoe that I know I'm gonna wear a lot, I try to double up. In this case, this shoe, I just at that time I was wearing a lot of Timbs, Wallabies, and I did have sneakers, but they weren't getting enough wear, so I just bought the one pair. And then it was $80. Retail was $100. This go around, well, it was much more expensive. Retail was what, $200? Okay. So this go around, it was it's bittersweet to see them come back. My 1999 pair I wore for many years. I had them through college, through first jobs out of college, and they lasted me a very, very, very long time. So it's, I actually outgrew the shoe. I was wearing 11 and a half when the 99s dropped, and now I wear a 13. Just crazy. But anyhow, good to see them back. I think overall they did a really good job on these, outside of the crooked, the off-center Nike. I don't know how they let that happen. That was definitely had to have been like a factory issue. But overall, it's great to see these back. So good to see these back with Nike Air. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't care about it. No, they look better with Nike Air. And the last two retros, in my opinion, were just straight garbage. At the time, if you loved the shoe so much that you just had to have the shoe no matter what, you wanted a wearable pair and there was nothing else that you could do, and you didn't want to do tab swaps or anything like that, then fine, to each their own. But for me personally, I could just never bring myself to buy any of the retros from 2008 or 2012. I just couldn't do it. After you had the 99 retro, and then you're going to a shoe with a lower cut, they look sloppy. They had the little jump man, looked like a a fake shoe, really. I mean, in the in the late '90s, early 2000s, when you used to see fakes of this shoe, you saw it with the Jumpman on the heel. So, you know, as the guys came later and Jordan Brand started gravitating towards that Jumpman on the heel, a lot of the newer collectors after like 2004, 2005 came along, they didn't care as much. Some did, but more kind of like said, whatever. But for someone like myself, a lot of people around my age, we wanted the Nike Air branding. And, you know, if you look at the old sketches, a lot goes into the placement of the Nike Air. It's like they designed the whole shoe. They look at everything on the shoe. Everything. So when you take a key design characteristics like the huge branding up the back and say, you know what, just throw a Jumpman on it, whatever, it takes away from the overall look of the shoe. It was a key design characteristic. It was meant to stand out. When you were walking around and you saw that big Nike Air branding, it's like, whoa, it looked good. So it was a lazy swap. I hope they never go back to that on the OG colorways. Please don't do that again. Whatever you want to do with the Retro Plus colorways, I could care less, but not the OGs. Anyhow, and you got the original box. I mean, when you used to see these come out as a kid, it was like you would stop in your tracks and be like, all right, let's see, come on, bring them out, you know. But enough rambling. Next part of the video, I'm going to show you guys what they look like on feet. Alright guys, got to see what they look like on feet for the 10 millionth time. Any questions, concerns, comments, please feel free to drop me a line. Let me know how they're holding up for you, and stay tuned for more videos.